Alright, so when you're halibut fishing, what we like to run, or what I like to run anyways, these little spreader bars. They have a 1 or 2 pound lead weight on the bottom. And then I like these little halibut rigs. There's a treble hook on one end, and then a single J hook on the other end. So what I'll do is I'll show you how I rig this up to a nice big herring, and we inject it with some butt juice, send her down into the water, start jigging, we'll get ourselves a nice little halibut. So the way I like to run my little halibut rigs is I take this J hook and I take a nice herring. This one's been in a saltwater brine with green food coloring, and I open up its mouth.
If you're gonna set it in your rod holder,
I go through,
just a little bit above bottom.
and then this big J hook,
so that when the boat goes down,
you want to try to make it come out right in the top of its head here. I take this treble hook and I go about 1.5 inches from the tail. I push it straight through and I turn it. So now, when the herring is down in the water, it looks just like this. And then the next step that I do is I inject it with some butt juice, but I'm going to hook it all up to the T-bar first, and then that way the butt juice, it'll just kind of sprinkle onto the ground instead of all over the boat. So let me get this all rigged up to the T-bar, and then we'll start injecting it. Alright, so on the end of your line, we have our little clips.
We're holding really nice because your line's not good.
Take your clip, put it through the T-bar. Now that's all hooked up. And then because there is a clip on your halibut rig and on your spreader bar, you want to make sure that they're both closed. That way you don't accidentally lose your fish. So we hook that up. There you go. Both are in there. And then I use this butt juice with the injector. It's a great big needle. Grab that. I give her a little shot just to make sure that the needle is nice and clear and you get the air out. And this stuff is a thick jelly. And what I do is I go underneath the skill plate into the body and I give it a really good squeeze. So now what this does, it kind of fills up the cavity of the fish with butt juice, and then I come back to the vent of the fish, put it in there, and give that a really good squeeze as well. And this way, as your fish is down in there, it slowly releases all this butt juice, and it acts like a really nice little incentive and scent stream for the halibut to come up and get it. Then all you gotta do is take this, throw it overboard, keep your thumb on the reel, hit release, let her go to the bottom. Now that we're at the bottom, what I like to do is I like to hit it 2 or 3 times, pretty roughly off the bottom. And then I pick it up about 1 foot. That's it there. And then every few seconds or so, let her drop down, hit the bottom. And I think in theory, it's kind of like a halibut is down there smacking fish and eating them, and it really brings them in.